Welcome to Wednesday's show. Still to come this week. Today, how to enjoy your first cruise.
On Saturday, travel news, 3 cities you must visit for their art.
And also this week, we're skiing in Whistler and how to travel the world for free. Hello and welcome back to GoOnTravel on Monday. We're on board the Carnival Dream with Eddie. If you missed that, click on the link on the screen right now to watch that first before watching this, because Wednesdays are the days when we go behind the scenes of the report we see on the Monday and get all the hard-hitting details. Eddie, just remind us first of all, where were you?
I went on a 7-day Eastern Caribbean cruise to Cozumel. Not ex-Eastern, sorry, never eat shredded wheat. It was Western Caribbean, sorry. That's the only way of remembering North, East, South, never eat shredded wheat.
Is it?
Yeah, seriously.
You see, well, someone that lived around those parts, you know these things.
There you go. Anyway, so it was a Caribbean cruise to Cozumel, Mexico, right. Belize City, Belize and Mahogany Bay in Roatan, on board the Carnival Dream, which has 15 decks, a guest capacity of 3,646 and 1,367 on-board crew.
You know, I had no idea it was that many people.
Huge.
So the obvious question, you're trying to check in on this boat, that must be chaos, isn't it?
No.
Really?
Not at all. Like you, I thought it would be chaos, but obviously these cruise companies are doing it on a regular basis, so it wasn't chaos. I was really surprised how well organised it was. When you check in online, you're given time slots. Now, I happen to have my boarding party, and I know what you're thinking, Rick. I know what you're thinking. Why? Well, no, this is going to go in my memory box because it reminds me of my first cruise. True. Anyway, as you can see there, check-in time 11:30 till midday.
Yeah.
So what you do is you arrive at the terminal between 11:30 and 12. I mean, I arrived at 11:30 because I was very excited. Yeah. So arrive at the terminal building with your luggage, drop it off with a porter, so the luggage is dropped off, and then you go into the terminal building and check in through passport as you would do
at an airport.
At an airport, exactly the same. Yeah. After that, with your boarding card, you go up and you have to wait a little bit, wiggly line, and then eventually you get to a guy who will check you in and again issue you with a very important card, which is this.
Hey,
and I'm going to keep this as well. It's going to go in my memory box.
Well,
sorry.
But this your room key or what?
This is very, very important card. It is your room key.
Yeah.
Also, it will tell you when you're dining. So I was dining in the Scarlet Lounge lower at 8:15 p.m. and it gives you your table number.
So do you have the same time every night?
Yes, same time slot every night. And the all-important drinks package is on here as well. So you do not want to lose this key.
So, you know, you're walking onto this boat with all these people. What was your first impression when you got on board there? And also the obvious question, is this expensive?
My first impression was wow, because I've never been on a cruise and I thought, I'm never going to go on a cruise. You know, it's one of those things where you do reserve the judgment and think, oh, it's going to be for the...
certain types of people, I
was going to say elderly, but I like your diplomatic way.
Certain types... different people have different holiday likes.
And it's never really appealed to me before, you know. My first impressions was like, wow. As far as the cost was concerned, it wasn't that expensive for a cabin. In fact, it cost me about $385, which worked out at about £495.
Which isn't bad at all.
Which isn't bad. But
and that includes the food as well.
Yes. Yeah. But then you add on prices. For example, the flight cost me £563.
Okay.
And then you got your short excursions and you got the drinks package. So when you include everything, the cost does rise. Cost me about $1,600.
I was reading an article in Sunday Times Travel magazine the other day, and they were saying that one way to reduce the cost of cruises is to actually organise excursions yourself. Would you do that? Would you do that next time?
Yes, I mean, you can, but when you're visiting, especially on a cruise ship, it's better for them to organise it for you because you haven't got that opportunity. Now, when you're in these places on a cruise ship, you're only there for about 8 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to get nervous.
Exactly.
Am I going to get back?
Are you going to get back in time? So I agree with what they're saying, and I have done that before. Yeah. But with the cruise company, it is better to let them organise because it takes the stress away from that.
So you've got 8 hours on the shore. You're spending a lot of time on the boat. To be honest, having not done it before, do you not get a bit bored? I mean, is it basically just all about food and drink, and that's it?
Well, there's lots of food and drink. You'll never go hungry. There are about 10 different restaurants, including the Lido restaurant, which has a variety of food from around the world, to a steakhouse, to dining in style, the main dining room. And I've got to say, I do like dressing up. There's nothing like.
Well, actually, we're looking right now. We've got a photo of you right now on the screen.
There's nothing like dressing up
very dapper.
yeah, I know. It's James Bond. That's me and my good friend Lisa. We're drinking martini espressos there.
Right.
Beautiful drink. So, as I say, there's plenty of food, plenty of drink. Also, there's a water park, which is on top deck. Loads of swimming balls, bars, and the main one that I used was the Red Frog Rum Bar. That was a meeting point for most people. It is great, isn't it? It is, the Red Frog Rum Bar, which was on the Lido deck. So that was the meeting place for most people, especially when happy hour was on. So there's plenty to do on board, whether you're a family, whether you're a couple, or in a group like I was.
Now, you obviously liked it, but let's check about all the things about this. There's always a downside to everything, and on this show, we always talk about the truth of things. I mean, the bottom line is you can't get off if you don't like something, can you?
Yeah, that's a major downside. Yeah,
there's Man overboard! Well, there's a story here, though. I'm getting that feeling.
Well, one thing you have to remember, and I reminded these to the guests, during port days, you're experiencing that country for only 8 hours maximum. Yes. Yeah. I mean, it might vary on different cruise liners, but for the Carnival Dream that I went on, you were only experiencing Mexico and Belize and
very
Roatan.
Quickly.
Very quickly. So you're not getting that experience. I was defending Belize. As you know, I've been to Belize for 2 years, worked and lived in Belize. I know how beautiful it is. You've got the jungle, you've got the Keys, which are the islands around Belize, and it is beautiful. When we went there, a hurricane had just passed through. So a lot of people were moaning and saying, it's not a great place to go to. And then we were in Roatan. Now, obviously in Roatan, which we just see in Mahogany Bay, just on the screen there, that was actually a Carnival place, an island that they own.
Right.
So you're not actually, again, going to that country in Honduras. You're just going to where Carnival are taking you.
Right.
And you're not experiencing the country. So I guess what I'm saying is that to experience a country, you need to go there for a good 5 days.
Right.
You're only going there for a window between 6 and 8 hours. Just don't slag off, please.
Because you really like it.
I do, and you know, once again, it is that sort of. I guess it's like judging the book by its cover.
Yeah. What about the type of people then? I mean, it's that you're sharing a room with, because that's one of the things you had, wasn't it? Because you went on a singles holiday.
That's correct. Yes, I went with a company called Singles Cruises, and basically what they match you up with. You know, you're a single traveller, so they'll match you up with a roommate match, which means if you are travelling alone, it's an easy way to do or cut down the cost, I should say. Yeah. So, you know, simple. However, it can be a little bit risky. If you don't get on with your new roommate buddy, it can be a little bit awkward because you cannot swap. You know, you find yourself sleeping under the stars. But luckily for me, my roommate was cool.
Yes.
Apart from one thing.
Which was?
He snored.
I knew you were going to say that.
I did record him. Do you want to have a listen to that? Have a listen to this.
Really?
This is totally off the Richter scale.
Oh my god.
Seriously.
And this was every night?
Every night.
See, this is an honest show, this one, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Now, of course, I'm not going to mention Brian's name and the fact that he lives in New York City. No. We'll rewind that.
Okay, so that's his Twitter account again.
We'll edit that one, Brian, don't worry. But next time for me, what I'll probably do, and there is going to be a next time, I will get a outside cabin, a single outside cabin, because my cabin was an inside and you didn't get to see the daylight. Yeah.
You obviously enjoyed the whole trip, though.
I loved it.
Really nice.
And I am going to go back. And a friend of mine said, you know, when will you go cruising again? It's a bit dodgy, isn't it, when you give it but I did say, well, I'm going to probably give it 2 to 3 years. But no, I've decided to go back this year.
Really?
With Singles
Where
Cruises.
Are you going to?
I'm going to go Singles Cruises again. What? Well, there's another one, because the whole idea about that, see, the Halloween, that's the Halloween party. Yes. I was dressed up as Father O'Malley, and I had my little my angel and my devil. So that's the whole idea about the cruise. It's a Halloween cruise, and it's brilliant. And I'm going to go
really good
end of October, beginning of November. So if you are going on the Carnival, we'll see.
Look out for Eddie.
Father O'Malley.
If you're enjoying this show so far, then please do join us as well at GoOnTravel.club. Leave your email address so that you can find out more about how to get involved and how to submit your own reports too. You can also follow us on our Twitter accounts below. Somewhere around there,
sort of
somewhere.
bit.
One of those. Is it that
Yeah,
one? Is that you or me?
I think that's
you.
you.
That's me. That's me there.
That's you, that's me.
Anyway, so if you have any complaints, send them to Eddie.
Thank you.
Any compliments, they come straight to me. That's right, isn't it? Whatever you do, make sure you subscribe to the show, though, because we need to get as many view counts as we can on YouTube as subscribers count, so that we can get our own proper channel name on there as well.
Let's get it going. And if you want to produce a report, if you're heading off somewhere skiing or somewhere warm or doing a crazy round the world trip, or maybe you're going cruising, let us know. Get in contact with the show. Email us at info@GoOnTravel.club. Also, if you want to come on and be interviewed, and maybe you're from a tourism office or a resort, then do get in contact.
With us too?
Yes, with us too.
Something like that. I think that's what you were going to say.
Yeah.
Yes, anyway, coming up on Saturday, we've got travel news, 3 cities you must go to for their art, and we're skiing in Whistler in Canada.
We'll see you then.